there are motorcycles out there that'll keep running long after you've hung up your helmet for good. We're talking about bikes that laugh in the face of time, machines that will never quit. Japanese engineering has created legends that refuse to die. Today, you're about to discover 15 motorcycles so bulletproof, so absurdly reliable, they'll probably end up in your will. And in some cases, surprisingly affordable. Stick around because number 7 will still run after 500,000 miles. 15. Yamaha XSR900. You want to talk about a bike that just won't quit? Let's start with the Yamaha XSR900. This beauty packs an 890 cubic centimeters CP3 engine, pumping out 117 horsepower and 69 foot-pounds of torque. New, you're looking at around $10,500. And used models from 2023 to 2024, $1,500 to $9,500. Now, here's the thing about this machine. It's got the heart of a sports bike wrapped in a retro package that makes you look good while it refuses to break down. The XSR900 uses Yamaha's legendary CP3 engine. This is the same power plant that's been bulletproof in the MT-09, and Yamaha took years perfecting it. We're talking about a 3-cylinder engine that delivers punch without the drama. You know what's crazy? Owners are reporting over 50,000 miles with nothing more than regular oil changes and tire replacements. But here's where it gets interesting. The XSR900 doesn't just survive, it thrives. The cross-plane crankshaft design means the engine runs smoother than your morning coffee, and that translates to less vibration, less wear, and more years in the saddle. Weighing in at just 423 pounds wet, this bike is nimble and responsive. All that tech, it's not there to fail. It's there to keep you riding. Now, our next bike says, forget clever. It has pure steel, pure mass, so ridiculously overbuilt that destruction isn't possible. Get ready, because what this thing can survive will completely redefine your idea of motorcycle durability. 14. Suzuki V-Strom 650. The Suzuki V-Strom 650 is the bike that adventure riders swear by, and for good reason. This machine rocks a 645 cubic centimeters V-twin making 70 horsepower and 62 newton-meters of torque. Brand new V-Stroms start around $9,000, while used models from 2020 to 2023 can be found for $6,000 to $7,500. This machine has been crossing continents since 2004, and it's still going strong. You want proof? There are V-Stroms out there with over 100,000 miles that still fire up on the first try. Here's what makes this bike special. Suzuki took a simple approach. They used a proven V-twin engine that's been around for decades. No fancy complications, no high-strung performance nonsense, just pure, reliable power that keeps churning mile after mile. The V-Strom 650 is also stupid easy to maintain. You don't need a degree in rocket science to work on this bike. And get this, the fuel economy is insane. You're looking at 50 to 60 miles per gallon. That means more riding and less stopping. With a curb weight of 476 pounds, it's manageable for riders of all sizes. But here's the kicker that most people don't know about the V-Strom. And it's going to surprise you when I reveal it alongside bike number 13. A feature so unexpected, it changes the entire adventure bike game. Stay tuned, because that revelation is moments away. 13. Kawasaki KLR650. Now we're getting into legendary territory. This beast features a 652 cubic centimeter single-cylinder engine producing around 40 horsepower. New models run about $7,000, making it one of the best values in motorcycling, while used KLRS from 2015 to 2020 can be bought for about $4,000 to $5,000. This bike has been in production since 1977, and there's a reason it hasn't changed much. You don't fix what isn't broken. The KLR650 is so reliable, it's almost the joke of the motorcycle world. People say you could drop it off a cliff and it would still start. They say it runs on nothing but hope and determination. And you know what? They're not far off. Why? Because it never stops. The engine is air and oil-cooled, which means fewer things to go wrong. Maintenance? It's a joke. You can do almost everything with basic tools. Weighing 432 pounds wet, it's light enough to pick up when you drop it in the dirt. There's a reason the KLR650 has a cult following. Riders regularly report 60,000, 70,000, even 100,000 miles with minimal issues. It just keeps going. Now, I know what you're thinking. Which one should I actually buy? Well, hold that thought, because the next bike on this list might just be the answer you're looking for. 12. Honda NC750X. Here's where Honda shows everyone how it's done. The NC750X packs a 745 cubic centimeter parallel twin producing 58 horsepower and 51 foot-pounds of torque. New prices hover around $9,500, with used 2020 to 2023 models ranging from $7,000 to $8,000. This motorcycle is so practical, so well thought out, it almost feels unfair to other manufacturers. First off, the engine. Honda took the motor from their car lineup and modified it for motorcycle use. That means car-level reliability in a bike. We're talking about 60 to 70 miles per gallon here. But here's the genius part. Where other bikes have a fuel tank, the NC750X has storage. A huge storage compartment that can fit a full-face helmet. This isn't just clever design, it's revolutionary thinking. The NC750X also comes with an optional DCT, a dual-clutch transmission. This is the same technology from high-end cars, and it's flawless. No clutch to wear out, no missed shifts, just smooth acceleration every single time. At 486 pounds, it's substantial but balanced perfectly. Honda built this bike for people who actually ride, not people who just polish their machines in the garage. But wait until you hear about what's coming up next. If you thought the NC750X was practical, the next one is going to make you question everything you thought you knew about motorcycles. 11. Yamaha FJR1300. Now we're talking about serious business. The Yamaha FJR1300 packs a 1,298 cc inline-4 engine delivering 145 horsepower and 102 foot-pounds of torque. For this, you'll have to empty your wallet, because new models command around $18,000, while used 2018 to 2022 examples run between $12,000 to $15,000. This isn't just a bike that lasts, it's a bike that lasts while carrying you and a passenger in total comfort at highway speeds for hours on end. But here's what's special. Yamaha engineered this engine to run cool and stress-free. The result? FJR owners regularly see 100,000 miles and beyond. There are documented cases of FJRs hitting 200,000 miles with nothing more than standard maintenance. The build quality on this bike is ridiculous. The shaft drive means no chain to maintain or adjust. Tipping the scales at 644 pounds fully fueled, it's a big bike that feels planted and stable. The FJR1300 proves that you don't have to choose between performance and reliability. You can have both, wrapped in a package that'll take you anywhere you want to go. But don't get too comfortable, because the next bike is where things start getting really interesting. It's a military-grade overkill built so ridiculously tough that breakdown isn't just in its dictionary. If this bike gets your heart racing, please give it a like and drop us a hype. That's how we keep making more. 10. Suzuki SV650. The Suzuki SV650 runs a 645 cubic centimeter V-twin, cranking out 75 horsepower and 47 foot-pounds of torque. Brand new, these start at $7,500, making them incredibly affordable, while used 2018 to 2022 models go for $5,000 to $6,000. The Suzuki SV650 is the Swiss Army knife of motorcycles. It does everything well, and it never, ever lets you down. This engine is smooth, torquey, and practically unbreakable. You're looking at a bike that'll easily see 50,000 to 75,000 miles without major issues. But here's why the SV650 has such a devoted following. It's not just reliable, it's fun. New riders love it because it's forgiving. Experienced riders love it because it rewards skill. And everyone loves it because it just keeps working. Weighing just 434 pounds wet, it's light and flickable. The SV650 is also incredibly affordable to own. This is the bike you buy when you want to actually ride instead of worrying about maintenance bills. There's a reason the SV650 has been in continuous production since 1999. When you get something this right, you don't mess with the formula. Now, You might be wondering how a simple, affordable bike can be so reliable. The answer is coming up, and it's going to change how you think about motorcycle engineering forever. Trust me, what this next segment reveals will be an absolute game changer that rewrites the rulebook on design. Stay tuned. 9. Kawasaki Versys 650. The Kawasaki Versys 650 is proof that you can build an adventure bike that actually goes on adventures without breaking down. This machine rocks the same 649 cubic centimeters parallel twin as the Ninja, producing 69 horsepower and 47 foot-pounds of torque. New Versys models retail around $9,000, with used 2017 to 2021 bikes available for $5,500 to $7,000. This motorcycle is like that friend who's always ready for anything. Road trip, off-road excursion, daily commute. The Versys just says, let's go. Now, here's what makes the Versys special. The engine runs at low stress levels, which means less wear and longer life. Owners regularly report 40,000, 60,000, even 80,000 miles with nothing but oil changes and basic maintenance. The Versys also handles weather like a champ. Rain? No problem. Heat? The engine stays cool. Cold? It fires right up. This bike was designed for real-world riding conditions, not showroom floors. At 477 pounds, it's manageable yet stable enough for long hauls. Kawasaki built the Versys for people who ride motorcycles instead of collecting them. It's the bike you trust to get you to work, to take you on weekend adventures, and to keep running when other bikes would be in the shop. But to be honest, as good as the Versys is, the next bike on our list takes reliability to a whole new level. We're talking about a machine that's so tough, mechanics have nicknamed it something special. 8. Honda CBR650R. You know what everyone says about sport bikes? They're high-strung, they break down, they're expensive to maintain. Well, Honda looked at that reputation and said, hold my beer. The CBR650R delivers inline-4 power. This engine configuration is incredibly smooth, providing a distinct, thrilling sound above that really connects you to the ride. Importantly, this bike also offers excellent fuel economy for a machine of this size, with owners often reporting average mileage of over 100, making it genuinely practical for everyday riding and commuting. New models run about $9,500, while used 2019 to 2022 examples sell for $7,000 to $8,000. The CBR 650R is the sport bike that proves reliability and performance aren't mutually exclusive. Honda didn't chase crazy, top-end only horsepower numbers. Instead, they built an engine that performs well across the entire rev range, providing usable torque in city traffic and a rush on the open road. This smooth, predictable power delivery, paired with Honda's bulletproof build quality, ensures it does it year after year without complaining. This high level of refinement and low-maintenance reputation, even with an inline-4, is a huge benefit for anyone looking to enjoy the experience without constant garage time. For a sport bike, that's remarkable. The weight is light enough for spirited canyon carving, but substantial enough for stability at highway speeds. The ergonomics, while sporty, are relaxed enough for long rides, avoiding the immediate wrist and back fatigue of a pure race replica. Its friendly nature and approachable power also make it a great choice for riders moving up to their first middleweight machine. This bike proves that you can have a sporty motorcycle that looks great, performs well, and doesn't drain your wallet or sanity with constant repairs. It's the perfect balance of track-inspired style and real-world usability. But before you ride off, you need to hear about the next machine. It's got a cult following and delivers a feeling you won't find on any other bike. Seriously, it will make you question every other sport bike purchase. You won't want to miss this. 7. Honda ST1300. The Honda ST1300 is the bike that police departments around the world trust with their lives. This beast packs a 1002, 161 cubic centimeters V4 producing 125 horsepower and 90 foot-pounds of torque. Used models from 2010 to 2013 typically run $8,000 to $11,000, as Honda discontinued new production in 2012. If that doesn't tell you something about reliability, I don't know what will. But here's the crazy part. There are ST1300s out there with over 200,000 miles on them. Some police bikes have exceeded 300,000 miles. Let that sink in. 300,000 miles on a single motorcycle. Honda built the ST1300 to run all day, every day, in all conditions. Every component is overbuilt to handle abuse. This isn't a bike, it's a tank with 2 wheels. At 705 pounds wet, it's a substantial machine built like a fortress. Police departments don't mess around with unreliable equipment. When your job depends on your vehicle working every single time, you choose the ST1300. Officers ride these bikes for 8, 10, 12-hour shifts in all weather. For civilian riders, this means you're getting a bike that's over-engineered for your needs. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is amazing, but what about newer bikes? That is a great question, and the answer is coming up next, with a bike that combines modern technology with bulletproof reliability. A combination so rare it feels like finding a unicorn. Prepare to meet the machine that truly has it all. 6. Yamaha Tenere 700. Adventure riders, listen up. The Yamaha Tenere 700 rocks, a 689 cubic centimeters parallel, twin producing 72 horsepower and 50 foot-pounds of torque. New Teneres retail around $11,000, while used 2020 to 2022 models range from $9,000 to $10,000. The Yamaha Tenere 700 is the new kid on the block that's already earning legendary status. This bike is so capable, so reliable, that it's quickly becoming the go-to choice for serious off-road adventures. This engine has proven itself across millions of miles in various Yamaha models. Here's what makes the Tenere special. Yamaha kept it simple. No fancy electronics to fail in the middle of nowhere. No complex systems that need dealer-level diagnostics. Just a straightforward, capable motorcycle that you can fix with basic tools if something does go wrong. That's the philosophy behind true adventure bikes, and Yamaha nailed it. Early owners are already racking up impressive miles on their Teneres. We're talking about bikes with 20,000, 30,000 miles that look and run like new. Riders are taking these bikes to places that would destroy lesser machines, and the Tenere keeps asking for more. The fuel economy is excellent too, around 60 miles per gallon. But before we continue, there is something important about the next bike. It's a machine that changed everything, and you won't believe how many miles these things can handle. Are you enjoying the ride? Please hit like, and don't forget to hype. That's how you help us grow. 5. Kawasaki Ninja 650. The Kawasaki Ninja 650 is the bike that looks like a race replica but behaves like your most reliable friend. Packing a 649 cubic centimeter parallel twin, making 67 horsepower and 47 foot-pounds of torque, this machine delivers. New models start around $8,000, while used 2017 to 2020 bikes sell for $5,000 to $6,500. Simple is reliable, and Kawasaki understood this perfectly. Here's the beautiful thing about the Ninja 650. It makes enough power to be exciting, but not so much that it's stressed all the time. The engine barely breaks a sweat at highway speeds. Riders regularly hit 40,000, 50,000, 60,000 miles without major issues. At 456 pounds wet, it's balanced and confidence-inspiring. The only maintenance needed is the standard stuff: oil changes, chain maintenance, tires. Now, here's where things get really interesting. The next 4 bikes on this list are the absolute legends of reliability. These are the machines that have proven themselves over decades. 4. Honda CB500X. The CB500X features a 471 cubic centimeter parallel twin, making 47 horsepower and 32 foot-pounds of torque. New prices start around $7,000, making it amazingly accessible, while used 2019 to 2022 models run for $1,500 to $6,000. This machine is proof that you don't need a huge engine or complex systems to have a reliable, capable motorcycle. This engine is smooth, fuel-efficient, and practically bulletproof. At 430 pounds wet, it's light enough for new riders yet capable enough for experienced adventurers. The CB500X also gets incredible fuel economy, often 70 miles per gallon or better. That means you can go further between fill-ups, which is perfect for adventure riding. The CB500X proves Honda's philosophy: build it right the first time, and it'll last forever. It has reliability you can count on, mile after mile, year after year. But wait until you see what's coming at number 3. This is where we enter the territory of truly legendary motorcycles. 3. Yamaha Super Tenere. Now we're talking about one of the most capable adventure bikes ever built. The Yamaha Super Tenere delivers 1,199 cubic centimeters of parallel twin power, making 110 horsepower and 84 foot-pounds of torque. New models command around $16,000, while used 2014 to 2018 examples range from $9,000 to $10,000, $1,000 to $12,000. The Yamaha Super Tenere is the big brother that takes care of business, no matter what business that might be. This isn't a peaky, high-strung engine. It's a torque monster that pulls hard from low RPM and just keeps delivering. Yamaha engineered this engine to run cool, run efficiently, and run forever. Here's what makes the Super Tenere legendary. Adventure riders take this bike to the most remote places on Earth. We're talking about the Sahara Desert, the Amazon rainforest, the frozen tundra of Alaska, places where breaking down means serious trouble. And the Super Tenere just keeps running. Yamaha thought of everything and built every component to withstand punishment. At 582 pounds wet, it's substantial, but perfectly balanced for its mission. Riders regularly report 80,000, 100,000, even 120,000 miles on their Super Teneres. Now here's something amazing. The next two bikes on this list are so reliable, they've actually changed the motorcycle industry. They've set standards that other manufacturers still struggle to meet decades later. 2. Honda Goldwing. Ladies and gentlemen, we've arrived at motorcycle royalty. The Honda Goldwing packs a massive 1,833cc flat-six engine producing 126 horsepower and 125 foot-pounds of torque. New Goldwings start at a premium $29,000, while used 2012 to 2017 models range from $15,000 to $22,000. The Honda Goldwing isn't just a motorcycle, it's a two-wheeled luxury sedan that happens to outlast most cars. This engine is based on automotive technology, which means it's built with car-level durability standards. Honda didn't just slap an engine in a frame, they engineered a sophisticated touring machine that's designed to rack up hundreds of thousands of miles. Here's the insane part. There are Goldwings out there with over 400,000 miles on them. 400,000 miles. The Goldwing comes packed with technology, heated seats and grips, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, airbag, navigation. And here's the crazy thing. All this technology actually works reliably. At a whopping 838 pounds wet, this is the heaviest bike on our list, but it's engineered to handle every ounce. But before we get to number 1, there is something you must know. The bike at the top of this list is so legendary, so proven, that it's become the benchmark every other manufacturer chases. This is the motorcycle that redefined reliability. 1. Honda CB750. Here is the bike that started it all and proved that Japanese motorcycles weren't just reliable, they were revolutionarily reliable. The Honda CB750 rocks a 736 cubic centimeters inline 4, producing 67 horsepower and 44 foot-pounds of torque. Original models from 1969 to 1978 now sell for $8,000 to $20,000, depending on condition, making them collectible investments. The Honda CB750 appeared in 1969 and changed everything. Before the CB700, motorcycles leaked oil, vibrated like paint mixers, and required constant maintenance. The CB750 looked at that reality and said, "Not anymore." This bike came with an inline-4 engine that ran smoothly, electric start that actually worked, and reliability that embarrassed the competition. Here's why the CB750 earned the top spot. These bikes are still running today, over 50 years later. There are CB750s out there that have been passed down through 3 generations of riders. They've accumulated hundreds of thousands of miles, and they still fire up and run like they did when they left the factory in 1969. Weighing 500 pounds wet, it was substantial but manageable for its era. The result was an engine that could run for decades with basic maintenance. Many original CB750s are still on their first engine rebuild, if they've been rebuilt at all. But here's the real legacy of the CB750. It forced every other manufacturer to step up their game. They demanded bikes that didn't leak, didn't break, and didn't require constant attention. The CB750 represents everything we've talked about today. It's proof that Japanese engineering focuses on reliability as a core principle. It's the foundation upon which all modern motorcycles are built. Every bike on this list owes something to the CB750. So there you have it, 15 Japanese motorcycles that are so reliable, they'll genuinely outlive you. These aren't just motorcycles, they're investments in years of worry-free riding. Enjoying the ride? Smash that like button and hit hype. It's the best way to support this channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.